linear programming problem on minimization case. Big M method, penalty method. Solve the following LP problem using Big M method. The objective constraint is minimize z is equal to 600 x1 plus 500 x2. Subject to two constraints are given. These two constraints are having greater than or equal to symbol. First, we need to standardize the equation. For standardization, see the constraint. The first constraint is 2x1 plus x2 minus s1 plus a1 is equal to 80. When we have greater than or equal to, we need to subtract with surplus variable and add with artificial variable. In the same way, for the second constraint also, we will subtract with surplus variable and add artificial variables. This is a condition which we need to remember. When we have greater than equal to, we will subtract with surplus variable and add artificial variable. Now we will see the standardization of objective function. The objective function has become z is equal to 600 x1 plus 500 x2 plus 0 s1 plus 0 s2 plus m a1 plus m a2. You can see the surplus variables, the coefficients are 0, and artificial variables, the coefficients are m. M represents a number higher than any finite number called Big M. For minimization problem, the objective function will take coefficient of plus m. For maximization problem, the objective function coefficient will be minus m. This is need to be understood. For minimization problem, we will take m as positive, and maximization will take m as negative values. The coefficients of surplus variables will be 0 in the case. So this is how we standardize the objective function in minimization case. Now this table is called simplex table. This format need to be maintained. On the top we have coefficients of objective function. We need to substitute these values in the coefficient. Like x1, x2, we have s1, s2, a1, a2. The coefficients need to be substituted like 600, 500, 0, 0, m and m. Now we have basic variables are a1 and a2 whose coefficients are m and m. Next we are going to substitute the constraints values here like 2, 1, minus 1, 0, 1, 0 and 80. These values are substituted here. For x1 the coefficient is 2, x2 coefficient is 1, for s1 coefficient is 0, and a1's value, s1 is 1, s2 is 0, and a1 is 1 and a2 is 0. The same values are substituted here. Second constraint, we have x1 as 1, x2 2, s1 0, s2 is minus 1, a1 is 0, a2 is 1, and solution is 60. Next we are going to calculate zj value. Zj value, when you want to calculate for x1, it has two coefficients, 2 and 1. We multiply with the basic coefficients, m into 2 plus m into 1. Total will become 3m. In the same way, for the next all variables also we will calculate. M into 1 plus m into 2 is going to come 3m. In the same way, we are going to calculate zj value for all the variables. Next we are going to calculate cj minus zj. Cj is 600 minus zj is 3m. Now this is how we are going to calculate cj minus zj. This table is a first simplex table where we have solutions 80 and 60 for basic variables a1 and a2. Now if these solutions are optimal, then the condition need to be satisfied is Cj minus Zj should be greater than or equal to 0. But in this case 600 minus 3m and 500 minus 3m are negative values, because m we are treating as a very big value. So 600 minus some big value will become negative value only, and this is also negative. The solution is not optimal because the condition need to be satisfied. Cj minus Zj should be greater than or equal to 0. Now in these two variables, since the solution is not optimal, we need to modify. We need to enter from one simplex table to the next simplex table. So one variable will enter, the other variable will leave. Now in these two values, negative values, we need to select the value which is most negative. So 500 minus 3m is the most negative value. So x2 is called as entering variable. Now this is called entering variable because this is having the most negative value. Now once we get x2 in the basic variable, among a1 and a2, one variable need to leave the table. To calculate this, we need to calculate the ratio. The ratios are calculated in this form. Take the column. Now 80 divided by 1, 80. 60 divided by 2, 30. So this is the ratios. Among these two ratios, we need to select one variable as a leaving variable. So we need to select the least non-negative value is selected as a leaving variable. Least non-negative means 30 is the least. So a2 will leave from the table and x2 will enter into the table. Now we are going to have two variables. One is leaving variable, the other one is entering. x2 is entering and a2 is leaving the table. Now between these two column, and this is column and this is row, we have a variable. This variable is called as key element. Now we are switching from one table to the other table. Now you can see a1 is there as it is, but in place of a2 I got x2. Okay, now I am going to calculate the values of new variable, that is x2 variable I am going to calculate. Now for this we have coefficients. First we will see. We got a1 coefficient is what? M. x2 coefficient is 500. Now first we will calculate the values of x2. To calculate the values of x2, what we need to do is take the key element. Key element is 2. Now 1 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2, 0 divided by 2. In this way, calculate the new variables values. Divide the total row values with the key element. Then we get the new values. Next we need to calculate then a1 values. You can see we need to calculate a1 value need to be calculated. For this we are going to use the formula. This is the formula. New value is equal to old value minus key column value into key row value divided by key element. See here, we have a1. We got a new value 3 by 2. How I got 3 by 2 means old value is 2 minus column value is 1, row value is 1. So 1 into 1 divided by 2. Here I have shown the formula. 2 minus 1 into 1 divided by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. Old value minus key column value is 1, key row value is 1 divided by 2. We got 3 by 2. In the same way, we need to find the values of all the other variables in the new values. Right. And next to find zj value, same zj value as we have specified, you need to find zj value. After that, find cj value. After finding cj value, zj value, find cj minus zj value. Now, if cj minus zj is greater than or equal to 0, then the solution is called optimal. But here we have two values, that is 300 minus 3m by 2, 250 minus m by 2. These are negative values. So the solution is not optimal. We need to again do one more iteration table. One more table we are going to do for making the solution optimal. For this purpose, we need to select one entering value. The condition is select the most negative value of cj minus zj as entering variable. In this case, 350 minus 3m by 2 is the most negative value. Now this is called entering variable. Key column variable x1 will enter. Now what will leave then? Then what you do is divide the solution by the key column value. 50 divided by 3 by 2, we get 100 by 3. 30 divided by 1 by 2, we get 60. Now in this, the least non-negative value is selected as leaving variable. In this 2, which is the least one, 100 by 3, that is something like 33.3 will get. This is called least value. So A1 will leave the table and X1 will enter the value into the table. And what is a key element now? This is a key element. 3 by 2 is a key element. A1 will leave and X1 will enter the table. Now from one table we are going for the next iteration table. You can see in place of A1 I got X1. X2 is as it is. Next, enter the coefficients. X1 coefficient is 600, X2 coefficient is 500. First calculate X1 values. In place of A1 I got X1, so I am getting X1 value. Take the key element is 3 by 2. Divide all the values by 3 by 2. Now 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 is 1. And all values if we divide, I am going to get the new values for X1. How to calculate for X2? We have a formula. Old value minus key column value into key row divided by key element. Use the formula, find X2 values. Next, to find Cj value. We already discussed how to find Cj value. 600 into 1 plus 500 into 0, 600. In that way, find Cj value. Next, to find Cj minus Zj value. Cj minus Zj value. We get Cj minus Zj value. Next, we are going to find whether the solution is optimal or not. To do this one, we need to check Cj minus Zj. All values should be greater than or equal to 0. Now in this case, what you find, as all the Cj minus Zj values are greater than or equal to 0, the solution is optimal. Next, what you are going to get? Okay, x1 is solution is 100 by 3, x2 is 40 by 3. Now substitute these values in the objective function. We have seen initial minimization, z is equal to 600 x1 plus 500 x2. Substitute x1 and x2. Then we are going to get the solution as z is equal to 26,666. This is how we are going to solve minimization problem using Big M method.